Welcome back, everybody, to another Stinkleberry Farmer Winter Solstice number 5. I'm back at Tettegouche State Park. The Gooch. I didn't think I'd be back, but I am. Is it the 21st of December? I think it is. Winter Solstice, the shortest day of the year. I have about 2.5 hours of daylight left. I have a cabin rented, but I have to walk over 1.5 miles that way to get to it today. Here's a little map. Oh, look at the... Ugh. So most people know Tettegouche State Park down here off of 61 where the falls and stuff. This I had to drive. It's about an 8-mile drive to the back of the park north, and that's where I'm parked right now. And I have to hike in to Micmac Lake, where there are about 3 or 4 cabins awaiting. It is a little like some of you went to school, uphill both ways, I'm told. And there are some other stuff that I know about it, but we'll talk about that maybe on the way, because I need to get going here. All right, Bronco, we'll see you tomorrow. This is the historic Tettegouche camp. 1.7 mile road, has a long steep climb. Excellent. Rest stops are located along the way. I have walking sticks with me, so I'm gonna have to juggle filming and using these sticks and stuff. And I've got the world strapped on my back. You can see that. It's kind of heavy, but for once I've got my sleeping bag in there, and really I don't have to carry anything with me. So even though this is a longer one that I'm doing than, say, what was it, George Magny State Park? Was that the one where I got lost? At least got everything on my back here. And one trip for once. By the way, it's about 12, 13 degrees out. And the wind is down. So there are positives today. I don't think it's supposed to get much colder than this. In fact, tomorrow I think it's supposed to be almost 30 here, but I'll be gone by the time that happens. Ooh. Too bad I can't get myself a ride on that. Okay, up the hill. 1.5 miles. Should take about 30 minutes. Should take 30 minutes, but we'll see how far we get. Okay, quite the hill I just came up. Luckily, son of a... Oh, it's even more. Okay. Well, at least this will be downhill on the way back. Gotta stay positive. Oh. Trail's pretty nice though. Oh. I thought there was places to rest. Oh. I think I'm on the last leg of the hill going up. I think that's the top of it up there somewhere. You can see it. There's a beautiful lake. I think that's Lakeside down the distance there, surrounded by pines and birch. Onward. Okay, that's the way I came from, and I am not quite halfway there, but almost. Ooh. Right there, the highest point. So it's all downhill from here. At least that's what the sign says. Oh, How's it going? Definitely get more movement here going downhill, obviously. You can see in the distance up there, maybe. Hills. That's is separating us from the other side, which is Lake Superior over on the other side. So a little ways from Lake Superior. All right, I think I'm getting close here. Let me show you. Getting down to the lake here. I'm probably over 3/4 of the way at this point. Here's what I know about the cabins over here. I didn't know a lot, so I actually did something I normally don't do, and I called ahead and asked, and there was actually somebody that answered questions. These cabins do have electric, no running water, but they do have a bathhouse with water, so I can get my water over there. That's why I didn't bring a lot with, which is a good thing. I don't know what's inside other than there's a wood stove and a kitchenette of some sort, but I don't know. I got stuff I'm going to cook. I just don't know how I'm going to cook it tonight. If I can get a hold of some firewood, I'll probably cook it over fire, but I'll have to wait and see. And I think there's 3, maybe 4 cabins kind of in this little area. These are not like the normal cabins I go to. A little bit different. Some are larger. I've got the smallest of the group. That's all I needed. We'll see when we get there. I wasn't able to find really anything online. There's one video of a couple came here about 4 or 5 years ago, and they had just a glimpse of the cabin that I'm gonna be staying at. So, but it wasn't even enough to like know what's really inside. So that's really why I'm here, is to document that for you all. All right. Keep on keeping on. Welcome to Tettegouche Camp. Camp is just around the corner. Tettegouche Lodge. All right. Pack out what I packed in. Got it. Down this hill, evidently. Oh, don't drop your poles. One last little hill to go down. I did not put on, I brought hand warmers and feet warmers, but I didn't use either one. I'm actually kind of sweating, so again, it's like, I don't know, it's like 12, 13 degrees out, but no wind. Yesterday, it was 20-mile-an-hour wind and 15, 20 below wind chill, so much better day than would have been coming in here yesterday. You can see a lake off into the distance there, which once I get set up, I might get hiking over there. Just take a peek before dark here. No idea what time it is. I'm guessing this took me about an hour to get here. That's right, I stopped to take breaks. There's no shame in that. I can't wait to walk up this hill tomorrow. Hey, I see cabins. Look at this. It's exciting. Here we are. This is D. Oh no, I forgot the key back at the car. No, I sure hope I didn't. Let's take a look at this. All right, and here we are. And this is really nice. Like I said, I knew there was electric. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. I knew there was electric. I just didn't know what to expect. There is overhead lamp over here. Look at this, nice. Just one bed. That's all I need. Gonna have a stove. I'm gonna get that fired up a little bit later. It does have like this propane thing, heater too. So it's not very cold in here. It's actually very comfortable. It'll be cozy having a fire in here for sure tonight. Look at that, they have hot plates in here, which I had no idea. Knives. Yeah, so it's funny that they have this because I just was gifted one of these that I'm going to use in a later episode. So that's pretty cool. I don't have the coffee to make that way. Oh wow, they have plates and cups and everything here. Oh my gosh, there's even a fridge. I think, yeah. Wow. And a mousetrap, which let's hope that's not necessary. This is nice. I'm gonna rest for a few minutes and then probably go out and just kind of walk a little bit out here. So I've got about an hour and 10 minutes before I lose daylight here. So I think I'm gonna go out and check the lake out over there, walk around a little bit here before it's dark, and then start a fire for sure in here and maybe outside as well. I had originally thought, I did not know I had this as an option, so I might use this and just heat my stuff up on here. I brought this to heat water. I didn't know what I would have here either. I was kind of thinking just setting it on the stove too probably would work. I might have a fire out there too tonight. The pit is kind of a mess though. The fire ring, but maybe I can make something happen with it. Got nothing else to do. There's no Wi-Fi, so I hope Mrs. Stinkleberry Farmer knows I'm okay. Cell service, I should say. There's no cell service or Wi-Fi. I got my little radio though, and I did get a couple stations in, so it'll just be me and my radio tonight, and a comfy fire. And I've got some nice chairs here. What else would you want? This is wonderful. I got my sleeping bag. I gotta blow this pillow up too. And maybe we'll check the restrooms out too. So much to do. Really nice showers. The bathrooms are really nice, and I must say they are heated too. They're super nice for being back 2 miles off the road like that. If I get really bored tonight, I just might take a shower. Why not? It's just across the camp from me. So there's my cabin there. That was the entrance to this little village here or whatever. So there's my cabin. And the bathroom house there, right across the street. Oh, and if that's not good enough, you got a couple outhouses here if you'd rather do that. Look at all the wood. Holy cow. I should be okay for tonight. Ooh, the lodge is open. This is cool. It's not very warm in here at all, but I mean, I think if you got the fireplace going, it would be pretty nice in here. Look at this table. You can prep food there. So outside, so there is cabin A, and then the last cabin is down that way. This would be nice in the summer, get out of the flies and stuff like that. Right down there's the lake, which we're gonna go check out in just a moment. So that's that lodge I was just in, side looking out. Head down to the lake here. if that's just a fish house or something. Oh my gosh. Oh. This is gorgeous. Look at this. I've just been sitting here at the end of the dock. That's not my footprints. I'm not going to walk out there. I don't trust it. Especially look at that big crack right there. Yeah, no thanks. There's the fourth cabin is right there, and it's right on the lake. That would be phenomenal to have, just to be able to look out over this lake. And this is my third state park in a row, I think, where when I say it is quiet, like there's nothing. There's not a plane. There's not a truck in the background. There's nothing for noise. It is so quiet out here. Absolutely amazing. And those rocks there, oh my gosh. It's gorgeous with the sun hitting it here just before dusk. People ask me why I do it. This is why. They got this cool little boat launch over here. You can rent canoes because I got them just sitting kind of right there, so you could bring in your fishing gear probably, or just rent the canoe and head out. Crunchy snow. Look at this thing. This is pretty cool. I like that. But you could probably drop your canoe in here and head out. I was just looking, this lake is not very deep at all. I think it's like 4 or 5 feet for most of it. So it's a very shallow lake. Micmac, I believe it's called Micmac. I just want like a moose to appear out of the woods over there. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, so this is the not hot, cold mess that I'm dealing with a fire pit here. So I'm going to see if I can, got a couple fire starters and some wood there. And I'm going to see if I can get this going here before dark. Then I'll work on the inside one after that, I think. Let's see if I can get this at least going. Ton of snow and it's frozen, but we'll see. Also, I got like super cranky hungry right now too, and I forgot that I brought these this cheese and salamis. Ooh, this is gonna taste really good in a moment. Okay, I'm gonna try to get this going here. Well, I kind of had to try it again, kind of went out, but I got it going now. And there's some coals going on the bottom. So I think I've got it going pretty well. Obviously it is now. We're starting to get some heat radiated off of it. So that's good. Hopefully it warms this place up a bit more because it's kind of cool in here. I mean, I wouldn't freeze to death tonight, but it'll be more comfortable certainly with this going. My back is starting to feel it from the hike in today. It's okay because I just have to make dinner and hang out from here on out tonight. And dinner, let's see if I can get this. I'll get the light on here a little bit later here, but I brought this to cook in, and I think I'm just going to put it, if this works, onto here to heat it up. And I stopped in Silver Bay this morning. Figure out what I was going to make. And I'm just going to do like a stir fry. I had the broccoli stir fry mix here. And the smallest steak I could find. And the only seasoning I have, I've got some lemon pepper seasoning. So I'm just going to cut this steak up in here and heat it up with the broccoli and stuff. And a little seasoning. We'll see how that works out tonight. I could have done what I have for breakfast tomorrow is one of the bags of camp bags, dehydrated. The sodium is so high in those. I tend to try not to eat those as much as possible. That would have been easier tonight, but this will be just fine, I think. Let me get this cut up. It's a nice knife. Thanks, Chef. Oh, so the beef is all cooked up pretty good. So I'm going to drop in the broccoli. Not sure how well you can see that, but there you go. Some rice would be nice, but had I known I'd have this equipment, I probably would have brought rice. Otherwise I'd be doing this out on the fire outside at 10 degrees. All right, we're gonna let that cook up. Hey, well, here I am. It's gonna be just fine. Let me just eat a piece of this. Started in a little piece of meat here. For something I had to roll in here by myself, it's really good for what I have. Simple, easy ingredients. And very good too. I'm gonna eat this up, then probably relax. I'm gonna do, I got a little hot chocolate mix I'm gonna do a little bit later for dessert, along with, I was at a Japanese store and I got these cookies. Yeah, not sure about the name, but the cookies look good. So I'm gonna have a little hot chocolate and cookies in a little bit here too after I'm done eating. So nothing the best. All right, I'm heating this up the old-fashioned way, right on top of the stove here. Oh, I just tossed in another log in here. It's about 9 o'clock. That's probably going to be the last of the night. If I wake up in the middle of the night and throw one on, that's fine. It is plenty toasty in here. In fact, I propped open this window a little bit to get some little air in here. My humble bed for tonight. I always bring a towel. It's a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy thing for me. But a little towel over that. Be perfectly fine to sleep tonight. I'm ready for bed, to be honest. I'm stuffed from the dinner I ate. Hot chocolate, I gotta do that more often. I'm surprised I don't, but that was just a nice treat. Quiet in here. We'll go out here. We're not gonna bother anybody. Can't see anything up there, but I hear a train. It's the only thing I've heard all night. It is quiet, calm. There's not a cloud in the sky. And there's a thermometer over here. Let's take a look at it and see what it says. It is, there's 10, we're just under there, so probably about 8 degrees right now. No wind, makes a huge difference. So that's about it for tonight. Unless something happens, I guess you'll see me in the morning. So it looks like 4 cabins here. Doesn't look like anybody stayed in A last night. B is down by the lake. C is over there. And D is where I am over yonder a bit. I reloaded my piles of wood. I did a wheelbarrow full and refilled the porch. So I think I'm about ready to go. I'm all swept up, packed up, and ready to get out of here. Really nice cabin. I don't want to walk back over there because I've already slept, but there are tons of forks and spoons and plates and stuff I don't think I showed you, and they do have pots and pans to use also in there. So yeah, you could make some nice dinners in here just without having to bring everything in. It'd be pretty nice. Fire went out, I don't know, maybe like 1 o'clock. I just didn't get up and reload it. That heats, I think I said this yesterday, if not, what I was reading is that it's a propane heater, but they only go up to like 50 degrees, so it's not freezing in here, and I was fine overnight after that went out. So here's something outside. Anyways, very nice cabin. The other 3 are larger. I have no idea what they look like inside, but I think they might have like other couple bedrooms and stuff like that. So okay, I'm gonna get loaded up here. All right, Tettegouche camp. So long. Just got to get up this great big hill. Is that a Four Non Blonde song? Once I get up there, it's going to be downhill. Mount Baldy. Not even going to make a Chefin' and Van Camp joke about that. No sun today. The wind's still down, so that's good. It's probably just a few degrees warmer. Oh my gosh, my legs are already feeling it 10 minutes into this. Okay. Let's go. Over to the side there, that's Tettegouche Lake. I just saw a sign. I'm glad the hills are up to start with each way. And this one is just longer the way back, but not as steep. Still got a ways to go. Okay, I have reached the top of the hill again. A little over halfway distance-wise. It's all downhill from here, this last stretch. Whew. Yeah. But time to get down. But now it's time to get down this hill back to the car, which I hope is still there. If you do this hike in to the camp and it starts getting rough for you the first half, just keep this halfway point in your mind. Because once you get here, it's downhill and nice the rest of the way, both ways. So just let that be your goal, is to get to the halfway point. After that, it's not bad. Just take breaks. There's nothing wrong with breaks. You're in the woods. Not anybody's time. Isn't that right? Oh. Down the hill. You know, I was thinking they should rent, DNR should rent some sleds right here and just go down the rest of the way. $1. I'd pay $1 for a sled right now just to go down here. Probably crash though. This is really icy. I'm gonna. There's my trail from yesterday. Maybe I should follow that. Morning. Are you all right? All right, that means I'm almost home. Go back to my car. I can see the road over there. Home stretch. Yes. Well, I made it. Up to the other side of that mountain. I'm calling it a mountain. The trails are actually pretty nice. Somewhat groomed. I think it's just a dirt service road in the summertime, so you know, it's just snow over that right now. If you didn't have the hill, it would be really easy peasy, even if it is you know, 1.75 miles about one way. Again, once you get up that first hill, that's the struggle both ways. If you're gonna have a struggle, that'll be it. After that, it's pretty easy. Man, I really wasn't sure if I was able to do that. I don't hike like that with all my gear that much. It's certainly not that far. I think that's the furthest I've gone. And I'd probably do it again, maybe not that far, and certainly not up a hill. And I'm even looking at this right now, and I can see. Let's see, like, I know you don't like it when I point, but like way up there is where I came, and all the way down. So, dang, it's a bit of a climb. It's good to have that pack off my back. Thanks for watching Winter Solstice 5. Super appreciate it. Again, this would be one I would appreciate if you liked and subscribed, if you haven't done so at this point. I feel like I've earned it on this one. You know, feeling so good, I just think I'm going to walk home. Thanks for watching.